Positioning as an expert in the early days of your career is the number one mistake that you are making. Because everywhere online, this information is spread that you should position yourself as an expert. You should not position yourself as a beginner. You should charge like an expert, talk like an expert, and be like an expert. But no one tells you the real thing, and that is how you have to become the expert. And the number one step to become an expert is to become a beginner, to start acting like a beginner. It is to make mistakes. And this is what people are taking away from you, because what they are telling you is that you should position yourself as an expert. You should do everything that an expert does. So, for example, let's take your baseline and my baseline, for example. So you are somebody who is just, you have spent almost 2 or 3 years in the industry. I'm somebody who has spent almost 6+ years in the industry, 6.5. So you are supposed to be acting like me. You're supposed to be talking like me, dressing like me, and literally replicate whatever I am doing. But what you are missing out is that I didn't actually replicate it anybody. I started as a novice. I started as a beginner. I made mistakes. I made blunders. I messed up projects. I missed some deadlines, and I learned things the hard way. But what you are doing is you are just seeing the best possible version of myself that I have presented out there, and you are competing against that. And you are going to get defeated. That's for sure. Because what you are missing out is that if you are a beginner and you start positioning as an expert, you are missing out the whole plethora of opportunities. Because see, when I hire somebody who is a beginner, who has not that much experience, the way I expect things from him, the way I treat him is different from an expert. With an expert, the thing is that I onboard them, I give them a task, and they do the task and it's done. With the beginner is I give them a task, I have to provide them inputs, I have to give them the helping hand because I know how a beginner works because I was once a beginner. So what you are doing is you are seriously competing with people who literally have spent more than years than you in the industry, and you think that you can actually outbeat them. And yeah, one more thing. I'm trying to do my videos in one take now because I don't think editing and all that stuff is gonna make that much difference. So please write it down in the comment section. Should I get a video editor or is it fine in the raw format? Like, I really need to know this thing, okay? On all seriousness. Now, what I want you to do is, if you are somebody who has spent less than 3 years in the industry, you must position yourself as you are. Do not try to be somebody. Do not try to replicate someone. There is no such template that you can just copy paste it from somebody else. That's not how it works. This is the service based industry, and everyone has their own unique selling proposition in the service based industry. Like, if I take my example, my USP is that I can deliver you good work really fast and I can deliver you those results. But that thing comes with a price. So the businesses who can afford me, I work with them. That's as simple as that. If you are a beginner, your number one priority is getting as much exposure as possible. And you are completely letting away that exposure by just positioning yourself as an expert. Because once you position yourself as an expert, anyone who is going to get on a call with you, anyone who talks with you, he is expecting that you know stuff, which in 90% cases, you and I both know that you do not know that stuff because you are a beginner. You have just started out your journey. Like 1 or 2 years, that's considered beginner only. Intermediate is like 2 to 5 years, and above that I consider people to be advanced or something like that. So till 1.5 years back, I was also at the intermediate level. Now people, like, I have seen 18-year-olds, they are like positioning themselves as very big experts and all that stuff, but think practically, that's not possible. And why I'm saying that's not possible is that when you are 18 and you have just started out at 18, you are yet to see a whole new dimension of freelancing, a whole new dimension of the service-based industry. Every 3 or 4 months, some revolutionary change is coming up nowadays in the industry, and you just can't be an expert. Now, I have so far not presented myself as an expert anywhere. I always tell that I'm just a guy who knows stuff, who has spent more time in the industry, and I'm just trying to help you out with my experience that you do not make the mistakes that I did. Because if I wouldn't have done those mistakes, my journey would have been a lot more easier. But for me, it wasn't easy, and I'm trying to give you the easy way, but not so easy way that you don't have to do anything. You still have to put in work and all that stuff. But that is the thing. If you are positioning yourself as an expert, being a beginner, you are missing out on a lot of stuff. Beginners, if they make a mistake, we can let it go. You make some blunders, we understand. you are having a hard time in the environment, we understand that. You position yourself as an expert, and we are going to make sure that every single penny that you are charging from us, every hour that you are devoting to us, has to be 100% good, because that's why experts are present in the market. Experts are there to help out businesses really quickly without giving any excuses. That's what experts are for. Experts are not just to earn money, they earn money because of the experience that they have. So yeah, that is pretty much for this one. I'll try to keep it short and in one take from now on. So yeah, do let me know in the comment section should I get a video editor or not, and I'll see you in the next one.